Hi, it's Naomi from Fluffy Boots Crochet Creations. I hope you're having a great day. Me, I'm having a busy long day. So, today we are going to talk about full spectrum yarn made by Thryss in Stitches. You know, some days I can say that name perfect, and other days my tongue and my mouth do not want to talk. So, what we are going to talk about today of her yarn is I have two of the Burstone yarns and one of the subscription, but it's from December, so and I ordered it late, so I didn't get the little charm with it. Not charm, stitch marker. I don't know why I said charm. Who knows? Sorry, I had to blow my nose. So, funny thing happened. Well, it's not really funny. It was actually upsetting. Last week when I went to record my video, um, it said I was running out of space on my phone. I was like, what? And I went to look, and sure enough, I only had like 2 megabytes left or something like that. So I was just like, oh crap. So I started deleting videos and pictures that I didn't need anymore. And I had not realized at that moment that my video maker, um, video maker, really? My software application that I use for making my videos made a copy of everything that it made, which I don't know why I didn't think of because it's such an obvious thing, because of course it made a copy of it because I did all the editing to it. And I thought I had taken out old videos, but I didn't. And so I had all these beautiful yarns come in that I had made videos for. They were just waiting for me to do the stitching, and I wanted to do it when I could, you know, wind my hanks into cake so that I could do the stitch testing. And of course, what ends up happening, those are one of the videos I ended up deleting and did not realize it until after they were already gone. And then it was like, crap. And I was very upset because it had, my first reactions to things. And so now I've had my yarn out or made. Well, the yarn, whew, that was a lot to mess up on. Since I had originally recorded, sorry, I'm living in the 80s apparently today, and everything is 80s tones. I don't know. See, I can't even speak. Hello, my name is Naomi, and I will be your silly little coordinating person today, and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but oh well, here we go. I had all of those recorded, so I already had the yarn put up for these ones. And then when I found out I didn't, it's like, okay, now I gotta backtrack, figure out who I have not been able to do a video for, which turned out to be all but one company, of course. So here we are again. At least for me, it's a here we are again. So I want to tell you, in case you've never seen Thryss and Stitches, um, she is such a sweet lady. I love her to death. I really do. I want to be her bestie. I I'm just happy being, part of her channel and her following, and she's a very sweet lady. She does absolutely gorgeous work of yarn. This is, I think, my only my second time being able to order yarn from her, unfortunately. But it was a bigger one, and then I have another yarn that I'm buying at the end of the month. And so, yeah. And then I'm going to be buying some blank yarn from her, and I'm going to make it up into probably a shawl, and then she's going to dye it for me. I'm very excited about that. But every time I make plans to go buy it, I'm shaking the camera. I'm so sorry. my, my yarn is right next to the table it's on. So every time I go to buy the yarn, something comes up and I can't buy it. I've been trying to buy this silly yarn since right after Thanksgiving. Yeah. So the first thing that happened was I got sick. Well, we had Christmas and I got sick. Then my car decided to have a flat tire, and I haven't been able to go get that paid for because I've had to deal with some other things in real life. So it's just like all this stuff piled up, and so here it is March, and I'm like, when can I buy this yarn? Because I really want to get this yarn going so I can get it made up into whatever I'm decide to make. I already even have the yarn picked out, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I'll show you once I get it in. So, fingers crossed, it will happen very, very shortly. But in the meantime, I have some beautiful yarn to show you. And it is beautiful and it's gorgeous. And I cannot wait to get more of this. So I did a video earlier of some subscription boxes I am doing from Canada and the UK, but because this is someone here in the US and she's someone I follow on YouTube, I wanted to give her own little shout out. Now, as I said, I am so sorry. Excuse me for one moment. Sorry about that. I started doing a little bit of a cough and choke, and it was not fun. So there is two different things here. There is the one that I got from December, which is the sub box, but I ordered late so I didn't get the stitch marker. And then I have January and February's birthstone yarn. So we're going to look at the December yarn first. I got two hanks of it. Are you ready? I mean, because this is gorgeous. Ooh, look at that shine. Ooh. Yeah, it actually has that much shine. It's not just my camera. It's got this beautiful, I don't know what that is. I know she said, I'm so sorry. I can't think of what the sparkle in it is. Bad girl. So when you look at it, it is a little more woven in than others that have the sparkle, the metallic. I don't want to call it one thing and have it be another, so I will try to see if I can find what she called it on the video, but I'm not always going to remember everything, so I do apologize. I don't have the best memory in the world. So sorry. But this was December. I don't remember what she called the yarn, but to me, this is like the quintessential winter sky because you have your light dusk blue, then it starts going into your darker blue, and then it goes into the deep, dark, beautiful blues. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn, and it is so soft. And you feel that little bit of the uh, metallic. Gosh, that's gonna drive me nuts not knowing. But you feel it a little bit, but you hardly notice it honestly. But it's beautiful. It's so soft and squishy. It really is. I love this yarn, and I've already caked it up. So as you can see, here you go with it here, which is gorgeous right here, but you get it into cake form, And it's like, oh my gosh, now that really, really says a winter night to me. Because if you've ever been outside after it snowed and you're not in the city, because in the city you get a different look. Because in the city, after it snows, you almost get like a pink glow to the snow. But if you're away from the city lights and you're outside after it snows and you look up and it's starting to clear, you get these little patches of the pale sky and the deep dark tones, and you get the little bit of the sparkle from the yarn. Yeah, because it snows yarn. I bet you didn't know that. Yeah, it totally does. Sorry. When I mess up, I do like to kind of like make fun of myself a little bit. I'm not trying to downgrade myself. It's just sometimes it's like, really? What were you thinking? Were you even thinking there? But you get the what I would consider would be almost like the sparkle from the snow, fresh snow. It has such beautiful sparkle. And it's just gorgeous. And I love this yarn so much. And I was so, so happy I was able to get two of these. I wish that I had had enough money. I would have bought like 10. I'm serious. This is gorgeous. I love this so much. I cannot wait to see what this looks like stitched up, but that's going to be later on in the video. So hold on. We're going to get there. I promise. All right. So we're going to put these two lovelies aside. Now, the next one, as soon as she mentioned she was going to do birthstone, I was just like, well, I don't even care about the others. I just want January because that's my birthstone. And I love my birthstone. My birthstone is the Bomb Diggity Bomb. Yeah, I said it. I did. So, in case you don't know why mine is Bomb Diggity Bomb, it's because it's garnet. And garnet is a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, deep red that I love so much. If you were to see my bead collection, if I had them to where I was showing them, my semi precious stones, garnet is the biggest set that I have, followed by turquoise, followed by pearl, which isn't a semi precious. It's own category, but that's that is how much I love garnet. I can use garnet all the time. I never get tired of it. But it's not my favorite color. My favorite color is green. So I'm really looking forward to when we get to the emerald birthstone. I'm really excited for that one. But how about we look at it? I mean, what do you think? Should we? Nah, let's not look at the gorgeous, gorgeous red. Ooh, and the camera is not doing it justice because seriously, it's deeper red than this. Although the camera red is not bad, but it's a deeper red. You can see the tones though, which is nice. You can see that it's got the deep, deep dark. I don't know why I said dark tones with the lighter, paler orange reds, not orange. I don't know why I'm in the orange now. But it's beautiful. I love it. I really do. I think that this is a beautiful red. I wish the camera showed it better. It just doesn't. My camera, like so many of us out there, our cameras never seem to do the justice to the yarns that you would get when you see it in person. This one also I got two of, so I was able to cake up the other one. Sorry, that was my pen falling. As you can see, it's going to give you that feel of a gemstone, which I absolutely love. I love the idea that I'm going to put that one down, that you get this, the really darks with the lights, which is just like you would get with a gemstone when you wear a gem and you're turning around the light and you get the little sparkles and then you get the shadows. Totally like that. And I love this. And this is, hold on, I'm trying to take it out without taking out my info. This is the Birthstone Collection Garnet. It is 100% superwash merino. And 100 grams, 219 yards of a DK. Now, the Midnight Stars, whatever that was called, the December one, I do not have a tag for. I don't believe it came with a tag, which is okay. I mean, I knew it was yarn. I know it's DK, and I know it's superwash as well, because everything I've recently ordered from Thryss has been DK. Because normally I order fingering, and I love fingering weight, but there's also a beauty to the heavier yarns. So many great items you can make, and I wanted to do DK this year. So pretty much every yarn I buy this year is DK and up. We'll see. But I got two of this. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be making with my birthstone collection. Um, Originally I was kind of thinking it'd be cool to make birthstone dragons. The problem what is I don't know if I have enough space in my room to show 12 dragons. I also bought two so that I would have a choice, one to make an amigurumi, one to make something else. This red with the next color are so gorgeous together that it's just like, ooh, I think I have an idea. But I don't want to say yet, but I think you'll like it once I get more of the colors in. And when I get everything in, I will announce what I'm making. So I won't be saying till January of next year, after I get all the birthstones in, what I will be making with one of these colors. Now, the amigurumi idea that I have, I will, as I get to them, I'll make them. I'll announce it or, show it. But right now, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with these yet. So this little guy is going to go off to the side for now. So the next color that I got is very, very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, and before I forget, I used a little bit of it the other night. So I get a cheat and show you a little bit. Something else. So the next one is amethyst. And again, my camera is washing it out. Plus all the lighting's washing everything out. So it is much more rich in color. It's more of what I would consider a royal purple to some lighter kind of pinky coloring in there, which on the camera it looks more like a denim fade out. It's really not. It's just got some really beautiful colors, the deep ones. Now, wants to fall on my face. Did you see that? This is what it looks up when it's in a cake form. So you can see a little better, not bitter, better the different highlights and lowlights, which is what she's trying to go for the birthstones this year. She was saying that she wants to make them so that they do have that natural look that you would get if you were, having a gemstone in front of you, the highs and the lows. I just really do wish my camera was better because it is so beautiful. It's just never going to give you the best view of my colors. But that's okay because just trust me, it's a beautiful, beautiful purple, dark purple to light purple mix. And like I said, I did get to use this not that long ago, just 2 nights ago. I made these little eyes that are going on my dragon bag. Now I'm going to bring this a little closer so that you can see. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those colors. Again, washed out, but you can see the definition. They have beautiful stitches so far. Right there. So this right now is for my Dragon Messenger bag that I have to finish sometime soon. But for now, I am going to switch the camera around so that I can show you what exactly each one of these looks like stitched up with different, um, wow, my brain just left me, with different crochet hooks. All right, be back in a moment. All right, we are back again. So we are going to start with my midnight, but we also have the pretty amethyst and my garnet. Now these two, I may just pick one to do because honestly, I believe they are the same yarn, so I don't want to be redundant testing both the same. So if I do, I think I will choose the purple, a little easier for you guys to see. But for now, we are going to... All right, purple, I know you want to get worked on, but just stay over there. So we are going to start with our midnight here. I don't know what the correct name is. I keep calling it midnight. It's probably nowhere near that name, but you know what? I don't know for sure. So for now, I'm going to keep calling it midnight. If it's wrong, I hope that Thryss will forgive me and know that I'm doing this all in love. Hopefully. Trying to find the hooks I want to use. Okay. So we are going to test with two different sizes in my resins, a 4 and a 4.5, then a 4.5 metal, and then my 4 in the wood. So as always, we are going to start with we're going to start with you guys staying where I put you. Wow, they're getting sassy. We're going to start with the 4 in the wood. Alrighty, very excited to work on this. Oh. So what are you guys working on as I make my chain? Me, I'm working on this. I've been recording videos all day. My throat's getting a little bit sore because I've been talking, but that's okay. It's worth it for you guys if it's helpful and helps you maybe find a new yarn dyer, not thread dyer. Well, she might do thread, I don't know. I don't think she does. I think she only does yarn, but that's beside the point. So I can tell you right now that the wood feels pretty good with this, which I'm really not that surprised with because I have found that I like my wood with my natural fibers, like almost hands down. All right, so we're going to start with the chain of, let's just do half doubles. Do a little quick so we can get a chain going here. Yeah, this feels really nice with the wood. This is why I like trying different hooks with the different yarn before I start a project, even if it means that I'm spending a few hours trying it, you know, doing stitches, doing a little swatch up. At least I know that I'm getting the right tool for the right project, because sometimes you can just assume you know which yarn is, or which hook is going to work with which yarn. And then you start working with it and you're like, oh no, 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 I don't like the feel of that. I feel like I'm, you know, the yarn's dragging, it's tiring my hand out, what have you. And it's so much better to take that extra time before you start a project to make sure you have the right hook. I'm assuming it's probably the same with your knitting needles, but it's been a very long time since I've truly knit. And I'm quite sure that once I start fully knitting again, which I do plan, because if you saw my knitting patterns, I've got quite a bit, so I have to start knitting. But I'm assuming that it will be the same thing, that, you know, I'm going to have to look for the right needle to work, whether it's bamboo, whether it's aluminum, whether it's a wood or a steel hook, or excuse me, needle. I'm sure it will be a very similar thing. Now, I can tell you right now that I could just go on this right now with this DK and this hook because it feels fantastic. And I am absolutely loving the look of this. I really do. The colors are gorgeous. They are blending together in such a smooth way that it's just outstanding. It really, truly is. And the yarn is such a dream to work with. I almost don't want to put down my wooden hook, but we have to move on. We have to try the other hooks too. But yeah, this is nice. With this yarn, the wooden hook gave me just the right amount of resistance that I felt like I was, I could have just continued on and made something just then. All right, so wooden hook, yes, we like that. So let's go to our resin in the 4. And let's see what we like here. We'll just do a row of doubles. And wow. That's weird. Funny, I hardly had any resistance with the wood, but I'm having more resistance on this, and my hooks are good. There's no nicks in them. But this one has more of a resistance to the yarn. It's not gliding at all, which I honestly thought it would glide because I do use my resin hooks a lot. But this one does feel more like I'm getting a little bit of a resistance. Now, is it the yarn, the metallic in the yarn that's causing it to resist? I don't know for sure. I hope you can still see what I'm doing. I love this yarn though. It's beautiful. I love the way this is coming together. This is, again, I wish I had bought more of this because, wow, it's gorgeous. It really, really, truly is a gorgeous yarn. I mean, look at that coloring. I know I'm supposed to be testing it right now, but I can't help it. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous yarn. All right, we'll keep testing with this one. I don't think we'll use the 4-point resin. Well, maybe I'll try it. Let's see, how about I do this? I'll finish this off here. Okay. So I didn't like the feel of that one with it. So let's try it with a 4.5 resin. See if there's any difference. Nope, it still has a bit of a drag to it. That is so interesting. It's not like it's a bad drag, but I think it's enough of a drag with the resin hook that my hand at least would get tired quickly. And it would probably be something that I would have to stitch for, like, maybe a half hour to an hour before I'd have to take a break. And normally I can crochet without a break with the right hook, with the right yarn, for at least an hour before I need to take a moment to, stretch my fingers again. But I'm not feeling that with this one. So I'm going to say that if it was me, resin hooks are out. I wouldn't use it. I would grab my wood right now. Okay, so that is, ooh, isn't that pretty? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Look at this. Look at this, people. Take the hook out there. Isn't that pretty stitches? Look at those stitches. That is some nice yarn. All right, let's try it with the 4.5 and our metal hook. Let's see where we land with this one. I'm very interested to know because I'm using my 4.5 metal hook for um my shawl that's made of cotton. So I'm hoping that I will get the same feel with this that I do with that. So, but we'll see. And let's just do doubles again. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. It's more my hook at least is more weighted because this is all metal. But it has the same glide feel that I was getting with my wood, so that is definitely interesting. Now let's try a couple of things here. We didn't try with the others, but that's okay because I don't have to make it with each of them. Got a front hook and or a front post double and a back post double. All right, now let's try a popcorn stitch. So I hope these are beneficial for you, showing you the different hooks with the different um, yarns. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. All right, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say that the metal and the wood would be tied. They honestly would. And I'm getting just as beautiful stitch definitions with all the hooks. But I would definitely say that it would be a toss-up between the wood hook or the metal hook when I want to use that. So, yeah, I like that idea. All right, so the real test with any yarn that has the metallic in it or it has the fuzz, the halo, is how does it rip out? So let's give it a try. So far, not bad at all. It is ripping just beautiful. Now, true, I didn't have a lot of popcorn stitches, but you don't always have to have a ton of the really fancy stitches to end up with an issue. Sometimes it's the basic stitches that can just as well as anything else throw you off. But I have to say that this yarn, besides the dye being gorgeous, it is a absolute pleasure to work with. I am going to have to find something very special to make with this. I'm just not sure what it will be yet, but it will be special, and I am going to look forward to it. And this is the only place I had any issue, and it was such a tiny little spot that it's not even worth mentioning, honestly. Wow. There you have it, folks. I love this yarn. This, again, is from Full Spectrum by Thryss, so we love it. We're going to put that over there for right now, and I'm going to pause this for just one moment. All right. I am back. So I'm going to use the same hooks that I did before. Sorry, that left my brain for some reason. So let's see what we think of this, if it's going to behave the same with the wood and the steel. I'm very curious about. Right now I can tell you it is. It's behaving the exact same. It's gliding with this wood. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. I'm trying to remember what I used for the eyes. I want to say I used a still hook with those. Forgive my wrapping of my yarn. I had a bit of trouble when I was putting it from the hank to my um, cake, and it jumped. So it's got a little bit of a floof going there. We'll call it a floof. Because it's not really a yarn barf. It's just a little bit of a floof, a little hair hanging out. She just got off work, type thing. She doesn't care. She's got her hair down. Yeah. Oops, I'm going to split that. Yeah, it's just like the other yarn. It's working quite well with the wood. The only thing that I can say is that with the wood, as I start making more with it, I think my hands might get a little tighter with the wood hook with this yarn, but not enough that would prevent me from using a wooden hook with this yarn. And again, this is my 4mm, right? Yeah, my 4mm hook. But I'm getting gorgeous stitches, which I knew I would because I'd used it for the eyes and I'd already seen the stitches on that. And I'll split that again. That's my fault. It's not the yarns. I keep putting my head too high without meaning to. It happens. I've been recording and playing with yarn like this all day. I'm getting a little tired. So it happens. But yeah, the wood with this yarn, very nice. And the coloring of this yarn is gorgeous. I know my camera doesn't show it as well, which is sad because you are really missing out on how this yarn looks with the highs and the lows of the purples. They're beautiful, gorgeous. You got your deep royal purple to some orchid, and then almost like a vibrant fluorescent. This one here is like a violet fluorescent purple, and it's gorgeous. It really does make me think of the amethyst, goodness sakes, stone, which if I was not so tired, I would pull out some amethyst and some garnet to show you, but I'm a little bit too tired to do that. So let us try it with, we'll do like we did before. We'll use the 4mm. We'll see how it does with this one. And we'll do doubles again. Okay. It actually doesn't feel bad at all with the resin here. That's very interesting. It's not dragging on it, which, it shouldn't because it's resin and my resins do not have any nicks in them. Beautiful stitches, though. Yeah, I would almost put wood and resin neck and neck. I think you could use either one and have no issue whatsoever. Let's try it with the 4.5. The reason I'm switching between the two is I want to see if the size makes any difference on the way the hook feels, which it does ever so slightly, but not enough. The only difference is this one seems to grab it just a slight bit more, but not enough that's noticeable. I mean, if I wasn't honestly testing my hooks with the yarn right now, I probably wouldn't notice the difference. I would probably be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's try that. So again, beautiful stitches, beautiful yarn. The depth of this yarn is really quite breathtaking. I really want to make up a dragon in each of the birthstones. I really do think that would be gorgeous. Which means I'm going to have to test one more hook after this. After the steel one, that is. Okay. Let's try it with my steel. I don't know what happened there. I couldn't find my spot to go in. Oh, that was very sad. Ah, all right, here we go. Yeah, that feels really nice. That is gliding really quickly over. I could see using this hook and not getting tired. I'm not having to force anything down the hook. You know how some hooks you start dragging and you realize your hand's getting tired much quicker than if you were using one that doesn't have a drag. I like those front pulls. Those turned out nice. You know what? Should we try a bobbin bobble this time? Let's do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7. Okay. Oh, yeah, I have to do that over. That's a good reason to try it. All right, here we go again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's see how we do this time. There we go. Okay, that's a nice one. That's actually a really nice one. Let's try it again. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two nice bobbles in a row. I like that. Let's continue with some bobbles right now. Those bobbles are really pretty in this, don't you think? Sorry, I'm getting a little stuffed up as well, so my voice might sound a little weird. Okay. Let's don't want to forget that one. Okay. So let me find my other hook. All right, so we are going to try it in my smaller hook to see what it does. Because if I was doing amigurumi, this is the hook I would go for. So, let's give it a try, shall we? Oh yeah. It's just gliding over my hook with no issue whatsoever. So I have to say that every hook I have tried with this yarn, every one of them has been really, really nice to work with. And you can see the stitches are just gorgeous. And here's those baubles over here. And just look at how that looks. Look at the color depth of that. Does that not look like an amethyst you would find on your ring somewhere? That's gorgeous. Okay, so here's the test. The big honest to goodness test. How does it rip out? Oh, very nice so far. I'm liking, whoops, I liked it so much I threw it away. I like this. This is beautiful. That ripped out no problem whatsoever. Oh yeah. Very nice. So I have to say that this yarn is gorgeous. I love this yarn. I will definitely be buying more of the birthstone. I do plan on getting all 12 months and buying at least 2 skeins per so that I can make whatever I do end up deciding for the amigurumi and then having one left over for something else that I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to make, but I'm sure it will be gorgeous whatever I decide on. So that is it for today, folks. I want to thank you so much for stopping in, seeing my unbagging, and watching the stitches. This last one, I can honestly say that I think any hook that you grab, whether it's wood, resin, metal, is going to be great. Now, if it's brushed metal, if it's bamboo, you're going to have to see for yourself because I don't have those right now. But other than I think, yeah, this is perfect. They're beautiful yarns. They're dyed fabulous, and you need to go check out Thryss and see not only her channel, but see these gorgeous yarns that she dyes, and do a monthly subscription, whether you're doing the, because she has two. She has a birthstone that only comes with the yarn, or she has the other one that comes with a stitch marker from Dee's Creative Hands. And honestly, either is well worth the money. And, she's another independent dyer. So, I love those independent dyers. I'm going to support them as much as I can. So, if you are new here and you've made it this far, hopefully, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell so you always know when I have a new video dropping. And whether you're new here or you've been here before, please consider giving me a thumbs up and leaving me a comment. Tell me what you think of the yarn colors. And have you tried any of Thryss's yarn before? What do you think of it? What do you think of the stitching that I'm showing with the different hooks? Is it helpful? Is it not helpful? Let me know. Because I'm doing this not just for me, but for you as well. So I really do value your opinion. But for now, I am going to say bye, folks. See you next time.